confused. I guess just because we've been going live, or because we were live already.
Oh,
Hey,
we got our
book
first one
lover.
back. Hey, book lover, Alima. Oh, now I can't make my faces. Squishy, you are
Okay.
being very naughty.
We started a new live.
Yeah, so
Life. I said new life.
we started a new life, completely a new life.
Hey guys.
Thanks for tuning over. Hopefully people are figuring out that we are over here now.
Yeah.
Freak accident.
Freak accident, man. What can you do?
You know who I blame? Michael. I'm blaming Michael. I think he probably had something to do with the big freeze.
Ooh,
Because
probably.
he was using up all of our cellular data with his texts and calls and comments. I think he's the one who froze it.
Oh my god.
So we can all blame Michael for this.
Yes.
Just kidding. We love you, Michael. We love you. We want Michael.
The Christmas lights used too much power.
Okay, you know what? We have so many lights out there, and they're starting to go out.
I wouldn't doubt that was the
I
problem.
think Michael's Christmas lights has shut us down.
Megan Fox Unlocked says, wow, you guys stayed so calm. I'm terrified to start a live. That's funny.
We've been doing this for a while.
3 years, man.
I hope that
3
we're... Alright, we gotta get some more questions.
Is Michael's last name really Griswold? No.
Because
I see.
it's funny, yeah. His middle name's Griswold.
Yeah.
Hey, Kayla, glad you're on here. Hope you're doing well. Alright, guys, let's just dive right back into it. Get to some more questions here. We're talking about sexual purity. You guys know the drill. We're kind of in our groove now. My lip is still fat.
Would you stop talking
What?
about your fat lip?
Well,
It's not fat, babe. Only it's in your mind.
do you not see that?
I don't see anything. Oh yeah, I do.
Oh, she does now. How crazy.
All right. Boop, 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 boop. All right, let's see here. Abby says, is it bad that I feel like I want to impress Christian boys with my purity ring? Do you think a high school Christian boy would be attracted to a girl with a purity ring?
Purity rings.
Here's
Purity
the
rings.
thing.
When I think of purity rings, I think of the Jonas Brothers, who repped the purity rings, and suddenly they weren't there anymore, and we all can...
And then they were making sex songs. So, here's
Wow.
the
All right, was that
thing.
judgmental?
What?
Was that
That's
judgmental?
true. It's just the timeline. That's what happened. But here's the thing. First of all,
Let's get a little more serious.
your heart needs to be in the right place with a purity ring, with your purity in general. If you're wanting to stay pure because you're just wanting to impress,
Hold on, I gotta say, I don't know that all the Jonas Brothers... I don't want to speak that over them. Kevin, maybe didn't. Kevin maybe didn't, but
Maybe.
But Nick and Jonas, I fear the worst.
well, they've already said that they didn't.
Okay, so they admitted it. But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yes, unapologetically Christian, you are correct. Just like the purity tattoo.
Oh, wow. Okay, in the same vein as the purity tattoo. Would we recommend purity rings, Morgan?
It's if you personally want to wear a purity ring to remind yourself of why, like if you look at that purity ring and you remember like this is a promise I've made to my future husband, a promise I've made to the Lord, to myself, then absolutely. But if you're thinking I want to get a purity ring to impress a bunch of Christian boys, like
Yeah,
probably not.
when I was in the dating phase, purity rings aren't something that I don't think I would have even noticed. So even if a girl I was dating kind of kept doing like and flashing the purity ring in front of me, I probably would have been totally oblivious.
Wow.
I saw who was it? I saw a fellow Jonas Brothers fan. A couple of you guys are saying like, hey Kevin waited till marriage, so go Kevin. I hope you're doing okay, man. I hope you're doing well, Kevin. And sticking true to your guns.
Yeah. All right, let's see. What does the church law in the U.S. say about contraceptives? Does taking them prevent you from taking part in the Eucharist fully, or can a married woman take them?
Eucharist.
Well, is the communion.
Communion.
Well, first, I mean, there's not like a law or like a church law or anything like that.
There might actually be, kind of like in a lot of.
Maybe like Catholic. I mean, because they're talking like they might be Catholic. I don't know, but that sounds more like a Catholic thing. I don't know. Yeah, someone said that's a Catholic question. Yeah, we're not Catholic. We don't really know what the rules are for that.
Yeah, well.
That's very interesting.
Anna says, Paul and Rebecca, I just want you to know you look like Flynn Rider from Tangled. I'll take it. He's a pretty good-looking guy.
Yes. Squishy, come here.
Come
here, you loud little Paul.
Let's see, guys.
Come here.
This is an interesting one. I'm not sure how to say your name. Nxomi.
Naomi? I don't know.
How to cast down sexual imaginations.
Good.
A couple things that just pop into my mind for casting them down, and like I don't like even a strong Christian is not exempt from this. So I would say like don't just despair and beat yourself up that you're struggling in this area, but I would say admit your temptation or your sin to a mentor or just a fellow believer, because God loves when we live in the light, and Satan can do a lot when we're living in darkness and hiding stuff. Admit it. I would say watch what you're letting into your eyes and ears, social media, movies, music. I would encourage potentially fasting, because fasting, I believe, helps us to gain victory and helps our self-control in areas that maybe we're like, oh, we're just struggling so much in this area. I think fasting can bring some good stuff about. Morgan, any other thoughts? I'm assuming that you're not living in sexual sin with a boyfriend or girlfriend, because obviously I would say cut that out. I'm assuming it's just more of yourself.
So funny. Yeah.
Thank you, Nerd for Christ.
Yeah,
It's flowing. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good right now. Even with my fat lip, I'm feeling like feeling like good stuff is happening.
She said, no, I am not waiting until marriage.
Good for you.
Yeah, like Paul said, guys, our world that we live in right now is filled with sexual temptation everywhere we look. Hollywood is all about it. Social media, there's soft porn everywhere you look. Like, it's just so accepted in this world now, and it's so attainable to like find it and see it. And so I just say be really, really careful with how much time you are spending on social media and in the world, and how much time you're spending in the Word.
That's good.
Because when you're in the Word, and the more like just the deeper you go with God, the less you are going to even like want or desire the things that are not of Him. Like, we still will get tempted, we still will struggle with certain things, but it's so much less when our heart and our minds are so set and focused on God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit. Like, it's just so much easier.
Yeah, and I like what you even said, like how much time you're spending. You may be spending a lot of time on something that is not necessarily bad. Like the Apostle Paul says that it's permissible, but it may not be beneficial. And I'm having to do that even right now, checking just how much stuff I'm seeing on social media, how much time. I may not be looking at just explicit stuff, but it may be stuff that's just, at the end of the day, I've spent so much time that it's just not helping me in places that I want to be, in purity even. So having to like, okay, I'm going to take a day off here and there. I'm going to limit my time here and there. It's wisdom there. There's wisdom in that.
And so I saw that Miranda and Naomi asked again, what do you do about sexual dreams? Like, when you're literally asleep and you're having dreams.
That's an interesting one.
Well, first I would ask you, are you watching like romance movies? Are you reading romance books, teen novels? You know, they always have to add in some type of romance. And so is that what your mind is, subconsciously dwelling on.
Because sometimes what we dwell on through the day does carry over into our dreams. Sometimes,
If
I don't
you're
know
not,
if it does. I don't know if it does.
I was going to say, if you're not, then I would say, part of it might be, again, we're just like it's around us everywhere. We kind of sometimes can't even help it. Like when a commercial comes on and it's a goofy, like sexual romantic commercial for like pizza, and it's just like
Come
so
on,
weird.
Little Caesars. There's no need for that.
So yeah, just it's okay. And also we're human, so it's okay. I don't think like you need to beat yourself up.
Check those things. See if there's something that's glaring that's like, yeah, I could do better here. Pray and ask God, and then if you're not feeling convicted, don't beat yourself up too bad.
We are human. Like, we do have sexual desires, and it's one thing to have a sexual desire. It's another thing to consistently dwell on it to where it leads you into sin, to where you're lusting, to where you are, looking at pornography, whatever, feeding that.
Yeah,
so,
that's good. Guys, we got a few super chats here. Thank you all. Sammy John. Okay, so Sammy again. It's a little follow-up from Sammy. Sammy says, a Christian girl said to me, sorry, I don't date short guys or short boys, but a nice non-Christian girl I met said she didn't care if I'm short. She thinks Sammy is special.
Sammy, come on!
Wait, so did you just refer to yourself in like third person? She thinks, pulled like a little Gollum there. Oh, come on, Gollum.
Oh, well, first of all, Sammy, we already told you what we feel.
Thank you for your super chat.
Thanks
Sammy.
for your super chat.
But yeah, I mean that's not gonna be universal though. Not all Christian girls are gonna say to you, Sammy, I think you're too short, and all secular non-Christian girls are gonna say, I accept you. Some girls, whether Christian or not, are gonna want a guy that's taller than them. And that's, it's just kind of how it is, but not all girls. Like, there are girls that, I don't know how short you are, but there are girls that are like...
There's short Christian girls out there,
There's
too.
short Christian girls, or there's girls that might be taller than you, but that are like, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I'm more after just a godly man. Someone who's maybe... There's other qualities that they put higher than height. I wouldn't think too much about that. Don't get too carried away. Keep searching for a Christian girl. Come on, Sammy. We're for you, all right?
Simon, thank you again for your other super chat.
Simon.
What is NOK? Because that's like the currency that it's coming in. Where are you from?
Where are you
what
from,
is
Simon?
NOK?
Where are you from?
He says, hey, can you show me that tattoo?
Show us, Morgan. Get it out in the open one more time. So here it is. It's petunias.
No, it's not. It's hydrangeas.
Hydrangeas, and underneath the hydrangeas, if you look really close, you can see her first tattoo that she covered up, which was the saving herself for marriage infinity sign. So we all do dumb things sometimes. Her saving herself infinity sign maybe wasn't the brightest, but
Yeah, it was nice.
That's what she had when I went on my first date with her, and we were able to look past it.
Yeah.
Aw, Brimmer. Brimar is, dude, she's
a patron of ours, and we love you, girl. Thank you for your super chat.
Brimmer, did you watch our video that we dropped for just the patrons where we were answering your all's questions? Guys, if you're not a patron, you want to jump on our Patreon team, we'd love to have you if you want to go deeper with us and support us monthly. And yeah, Brimar, we just made a video for you guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully that was fun for you to watch. Is Michael still texting?
No.
Michael, we love you. We do, and we hope that we get the right thing figured out.
Okay, but she says, God has no favorites. The choice to surrender is ours. Surround yourself with people who can help guide you to be your best.
That is some wisdom.
Man.
Brimmer's got a lot of godly wisdom and insight. Thank you, Brimmer. Brimar.
Yes.
Wait, did we ever see where the guy was from?
Woo.
That
Not yet. Sex says.
My goodness, can we even answer this? What a name.
They say Bethany is taller than Dave.
Okay. Sammy, do you hear that?
There you go.
Sex, offering some good insight there. She's referring to Girl Defined, where Bethany, who I think Bethany and
She's 6'1". Kristen and Bethany are both
6'1". So Sammy, what about that? I mean, you know, some girls are just tall and.
So Jerome says, I would never date a woman with a tattoo. Never, ever.
Where's Jerome? Jerome, that sounds a little harsh, Jerome. What if, I'm just saying, Jerome, and I love you to death. What if you date somebody, you love them like they're perfect, get married, and then on your wedding night, what do you realize? That
they've got a butterfly on their butt cheeks.
A butterfly on their butt cheeks. And I'm sorry, Jerome, but I just feel like that could happen to you. That could happen to you.
Honestly, God is very humorous.
Because of how harsh that comment was. I'm not wishing that on you, I'm just saying.
Oh, Danielle says she's a patron and she's never gotten notifications for the videos and stuff. Maybe I need to turn it on.
Turn on those notifications if you want to see it. But yeah, we dropped a video just for our patrons answering your all's questions. We had a lot of fun with it. Oh, interesting here. Harley Wykes. Thank you for your super chat, Harley. This looks interesting here. What should a man with 2 wives do if he converts? Harley, if you're being sincere and you have 2 wives and now you've converted, or perhaps you're just asking for a friend, or if you're genuinely just like asking like for maybe you know someone or something, or just curious, I don't know. 2 wives and you convert.
Honestly, I would think that those marriages were invalid biblically because you're not supposed to marry 2 wives. So I would say that in God's eyes, that wasn't even a legitimate marriage in the eyes of the Lord. So you would just
isn't it illegal? Isn't it illegal in the United States?
Not in Montana, no. I don't know where. But no, there is a state like Idaho or Iowa or somewhere that is not. Nevada? No, I don't know.
Anyway, thank you for your super chat. Not totally sure how to answer that question.
Yeah.
Hey, Squishy, can you quiet down a bit?
Harley says, I'm asking for a mate, I swear.
Wow.
Well, praise God that they've converted, if they have, transitioned over into Christianity.
That's that is an unexpected question there.
But yeah, I would do more research and prayer into that. But also, in my opinion, I think that those marriages would be invalid in the Lord's eyes. But I don't know. Wait, there was a really, really good one.
Oh, dude, find that one.
Star Hunter says, Jacqueline Glenn hates you guys.
Jacqueline! Okay. Oh, man, they're coming out of the woodwork. I'll tell you what, Jacqueline Glenn may hate us.
She's great. We love her.
We do?
Well, we love her.
We love her. But I don't know if we think she's great.
She's a great gal with nice hair.
Okay, I was going to say that we...
confused heart and mind.
We wish her only the best. We wish Jacqueline Glenn only the best.
Yeah. All right. Y'all are just losing it on here.
Man, what a live, you guys. What a live. Give us something else, Morgan. Oh, Bramar again. Bramar, thank you for your... Man, you guys are so generous. You're so sweet. You're a patron and you're supporting us on here with super chats. Thank you for the compliment, guys. And I love you both, too. Yes, I did. I watched it. Good. I need to go. Have to go to work now. You guys are awesome. Breadmar.
Because that's how you say her name without the D.
Bremar. I got it. Have a good day at work, Bremar. Have a good day at work. We really appreciate you. God bless.
Yes. All right. Let's see. What else? We got about 5 more minutes.
Ooh.
I have to go rehearse for Christmas worship Sunday service that I'm leading.
Yes, it's at Hannah Williamson's church. We're very excited. Very excited.
Okay. Morgan, say hi back. Hi, Ruby. Okay. This one has been asked a lot by this person.
Let's see here.
Hey!
Was she?
That is so rude. Oh.
Let's get to a few more questions here. A few more that are on topic.
Do you think that your parents did a good job on educating you about sex? If not, what would you have wanted differently? Seeing soon to be a new dad here.
Go ahead, Morgan.
I think that my parents did do a good job. Like, my mom was not afraid to talk to me about, like, STDs and things like that, and how those things happen. And just, like, I mean, I was told that I needed to get checked just to make sure that I wasn't a carrier of anything. And so, yeah, I think that my parents did a good job.
Should I text Michael about lights? Does he need me?
But I sent him a text.
Okay, what did you say?
Heck.
What did you say to Mike?
I answered his question.
Oh, what was his question?
He was asking me about which lights were out, how many strands.
Okay, so he's good. All right. Another question.
Oh my goodness. Sammy John says, can we send you Christmas presents?
Sammy, you are so sweet. Even after we weren't able to give you, well, no, we gave you pretty good answers.
We gave
All right.
him, yeah.
Actually, Morgan really has been, she wants Christmas presents because we have a P.O. box. What? You
I want Christmas
You do.
presents.
You said you want to do an unboxing.
Well, yeah, I was saying that we wanted to do, or we're going to be doing an unboxing on our Instagram. We'll go live and do an unboxing of all the stuff we've gotten in our P.O. box.
Yeah, so if you want to send us, maybe just hop onto our, do we have, how do they know what our P.O. box is? Do we have like an Instagram story highlight for that?
Yeah, it's in my highlights on Instagram. I think it's titled P.O. Box.
Okay. Yeah, we love opening up your all's.
Getting
all's
your
gifts.
cute stuff. But don't you worry. Okay, all right. Let's see here. 2 more questions.
Two more. Thank you guys for all the comments.
There's so many. It's hard to keep up,
I mean,
guys. I'm
this
sorry.
has been a poppin' live. Even after our first little accident, you guys all still hot back on. It's good to see you guys on here. It's fun when there's, when it's popping like this. But it is kind of crazy, like trying to keep up. Here, Morgan, I'll help you. I'll find.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Christopher Roberts. Why reject natural desires? Christopher, the Bible says the heart is, I believe it says, deceptively evil, like above all things. So left to our own devices, to our own instincts, it even talks about like, it's talking about a specific, like, I don't know, city or something, but, or I don't even know, like a time period, but it said just like they gave in to their own like animalistic natures, and did things that were wicked in the Lord's eyes. Just because we have desires doesn't mean that it's pleasing to the Lord. And what's like our job here on earth? What do we get to do? It's our pleasure to get to obey God. And so we read the word and we just say, God, we want to obey you. And his rules are not burdensome, but they're actually life-giving and they bless us. Even if we don't necessarily even understand, it's like, oh God, why would you punish me by not letting me have sex or give in to these desires? Why would I have to wait till marriage? Marriage isn't for another 8 months, or like whatever it is. Like, we just trust the Lord and we obey him.
Yeah. Thank you, Simon, for your super chat again.
Oh my goodness.
She says, if you could ask God one question, what would it be?
Did I just zoom in? Oh.
Weird.
Weird.
Oh, weird. It's showing up like in the video.
Did Simon, did we figure out where you were from?
Oh, no.
I'm curious. Let us know, Simon, where are you from? If you could ask God one question.
What would it be? Oh.
I often think, what if God was one of us?
No boy. I think I would ask him if I am walking down the path he wants me to be walking. Like, am I hearing him correctly? Am I obeying him correctly? have I missed something? That's like many questions, but I'm just trying to get my point across. Yeah, I would just want to like really just like make sure, like I feel confident that I am absolutely like doing what the Lord has called me to do, but it would be cool to hear like actually hear His voice, be like, yes, you are. Oh, I think he's from Norway.
Norway. That's cool. The question that I would ask him that's like on the top of my mind right now would probably have to do with healings, because I desire to see healings. I see where Jesus said, you're going to do greater things than I did, and He rose the dead. And so I would just like to get a little more insight on healings.
Yeah.
Miracles probably.
Yeah, why some people are healed and some people aren't. Blah, blah, blah.
Look at this. Is it Megi Scott? Sodom was the city. Okay, because that's kind of what I was referring to then. I like, guys, I was just telling Morgan last night maybe, like, so many of the Paul and Morgan fam, like, I mean, you guys are in different places. Some of you are new Christians. Some of you have been Christians for a while. Some of you aren't Christians, but, like, we have some people that know the Word of God. And I'll see you, like, commenting maybe on someone else's comment, just, like, laying it out there in such, like, wording it so well. And, I mean, some of you guys are just deep. So it's cool to see the different subscribers we have, but it's a blessing, the ones that really know the Word.
Yeah, it is really cool. All right, you guys. Let's see. Someone asked if we could post our super chat, or what am I talking about? Post our P.O. box. Actually, I'm gonna just write our P.O. box right here.
That's a good idea.
But then I'll also write it in the like YouTube community page, because they said that they didn't have blah 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 Instagram.
What about this? Why don't you just write it and we'll post it, guys, as soon as we get off of here. We'll post it in the description of this video.
Yeah.
So that you can just hop on and see it right there. I think that would be a good spot.
Yeah.
Let's see. Fa-la-la-la 27. Hey, Paul, what do you guys think of women who claim to be Christian and Christ-like, but come across flirty and immodest? What do godly men honestly think about that? I think flirty and immodest, I think that in a sense is two different things. Like, some girls I think can be kind of just naturally flirty and just bubbly, and that's not necessarily a huge red flag if maybe that's just their personality. But when you combine flirty and immodest, I mean, just personal opinion here, when I saw a girl like that, even though in my just kind of manly flesh it might be attractive, like here's a pretty girl that's dressed immodest, I would immediately be like, but that's not the type of girl I want to marry, and I probably would look away. You know what I mean? So if you're a Christian girl but you're flirty and you dress immodest, the Christian guys like me are probably going to move on and look elsewhere for a girl that still dresses pretty, but not where she's just flaunting all her stuff for all the guys.
Beatrice says, have you guys tried Mexican candy? No, we have not.
Don't think so. What was the candy you were trying with Hannah Williamson?
I think that was from
Germany.
Maybe Scotland or
Okay,
something. I don't know. Just European.
Morgan, you got time for one more question?
Yeah, but first I wanted to say I've noticed that there have been some intense I don't know, arguing going back and forth about some trolls or whatever, and I've been trying to stay on top of them. There have been some that have maybe just consistently reposted their comment just to try to get us to see it, which is fine. That doesn't bother us at all. But I just want to remind you guys that we have to be loving and kind, and to say that there are weak Christians shaking my head or in this in this chat or whatever, doesn't really sound like super loving and supportive. Like, how is that going to build someone up or make a weak Christian stronger in their walk with the Lord? So just to be kind to one another, you guys. We have to be kind to one another and lift one another up and like encourage and build each other up.
I was pretty sassy with the person who was commenting on the tattoos.
Oh, yeah. No, that was fine. It's okay to have fun and be sassy, but I just have noticed that there have been some
just
more like harsh, straight up harsh.
Okay. Yeah, let's try to be gracious with
yes.
Someone who might not know the word well, or who is living in sin, or who's in a different place than you.
Yeah.
It's gracious while still speaking the truth.
Yeah, and we have a lot of new baby Christians, a lot of people who have just come to the Lord who are just still learning and asking questions and needing to know.
That's good, Morgo.
Yeah. So we might have differing beliefs, whether you're Christian or Catholic or Mormon or whatever, but we should still love one another, or atheist or whatever, Buddhist. We still, like, God calls us to love everyone, whether they disagree with us or not. And so, yeah, we just need to be kind to one another. So, like Ellen DeGeneres said recently, it went viral. She said, be kind to everyone, not just the people that agree with you.
Wow, Morgan's bringing in Ellen DeGeneres.
What she said is very good.
If you guys don't know, it was when she went to a baseball game, I believe. Football game, and ended up sitting next to George W. Bush, and they were having a good time, and I think a picture was posted with them, and then some people got outraged. Oh, Ellen DeGeneres over here.
With this Republican guy who doesn't agree with homosexuality.
How could they be friends? That's terrible. And Ellen said something good. She was like, doesn't mean, even though we disagree on a lot of things, doesn't mean you can't be kind to someone.
Yeah.
And she was right.
Yes. But anyways, someone asked, what is your favorite nail polish color, Morgan?
Okay.
I love white.
Okay. Save it for Instagram. I mean... I'm just kidding. It's fine. All right, one more good question. Come on.
Okay.
One more questione. One more. Hit us with the final question. Thank you guys also. Just thanks for tuning in. Yes. We really enjoy going live with you guys.
Yes, we do.
This has been fun. Are we going to post both of these? Just like a part 1 and part 2?
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll figure it out.
So Jessica says, is it loving to watch a house burning and not warn those walking towards it? It's unloving to not put the fear of the Lord into the people's hearts.
I agree.
We totally agree with that. Yeah. All right. Angel says, sorry, babe, this is more just for me. Morgan, can you talk more about how God erased most of your previous sexual past before your husband? Well, prayer. There's a lot of prayer and just asking God to make me a new creation like He promises. Like He declares you are a new creation. And I was just asking the Father to make that true in me. Let that be me. I wanted to be a new creation. I knew that I had been living in such sin, such darkness, and I could not.
1,000 blessings.
And I could not live like that anymore. And so, yeah, it was a lot of prayer, and it was stepping away from that relationship and understanding that I was free. And that I was no longer that person anymore. So, yeah, prayer works, you guys. It really does.
God, yeah, I mean, He's ready. Stay in His Word, because the Word, hearing the Word, like, increases our faith and increases our, like, belief and resolve that, oh, God does do this. I believe it. It stirs us up on the inside. Yeah, God did a work with Morgan. He was just loving and faithful and gracious. Sammy again. Oh, speaking of yourself in
Sammy.
first person, third person.
I don't know.
It's funny. It just reminds me of how Gollum talked in Lord of the Rings. Smeagol is nice to Frodo. I mean, hey, all love. It's funny.
No, yeah, it's awesome. It makes us happy.
It does.
Sammy bought European snacks to Hannah and Morgan. I sent Hannah Japanese candy. Can I send Morgan Christmas snacks for Alive? What's your favorite snacks?
That was you, Sammy?
Please send me snacks, please.
That was you, Sammy?
Yeah, you can send me whatever you want, Sammy. I will test it out for you. Yes, that will be fun. All right.
I think we answered them. And I know you need to go do some worship. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. This was fun. Good?
Yeah.
All right. We'll catch you guys again very soon. Love you all. God bless. Stay in the Word. Stay strong. Have hope.
And be free.